In this video, I'm gonna show you how to track titles and other things into your scene if you have 360 footage completely in Davinci Resolve. And if you want to have a concise look at my node graphs, you can go into my free project file linked down below and go into timeline number 6. But if you want to start from scratch, then create just a new 2x1 timeline for all the 360 videos in Davinci Resolve, drag your footage in and go into Fusion. In Fusion, you should press Shift Space to search for the lat long patcher, connect that to the media in, and now you have extracted the front view of your 360 camera. So now comes the tracking, so search for the Cameratracker and add that after the lat long patcher and press bidirectional tracking and track that stuff. After tracking, go into the camera tab and set the focal length to around 7mm and then copy the width value into the height bracket, because we have a 1x1 image, so sides should be equal, right? And then go into the solving tab, press solve and wait for it to finish. If you have a solve error below 1, then it's good and you're ready to roll. If not, just drag down the track error slider and delete a couple of tracks that aren't good from the start and press solve again. If it's below 1, go into the export page and hit export. Now we get this funny looking node group in here, but we don't really need that anyway. We just need the info from the point cloud and the camera 3D. But don't delete it, just leave it there. The next thing to do is to get a spherical camera and the merge 3D and merge the point cloud into the merge 3D. After the merge 3D, add a render 3D and change the camera to spherical camera and the render mode to OpenGL. And don't forget the bug that the spherical camera does, so you need to go into the image tab, uncheck auto resolution and halve the size of your width to get the correct resolution of your 360 output. Now we have the point cloud, which represents our real world, and the virtual 360 camera. But that camera isn't moving yet, so let's connect the Cameratracker with the spherical camera. And for that, you just click on the spherical camera, go into the transform tab and go into the translation. Here you want to right click on the X and choose connect to camera 3D X offset. And the same thing goes for Y and Z. Now our camera is moving, but it might not be rotated correctly, so let's get the rotation as well by right clicking on the rotation X and choosing connect to camera 3D X rotation. Do the same thing as well for the other two axes. And look at that, now we have a moving 360 camera in a 3D viewport. Now we need to merge the media in with the render 3D. And our render 3D is looking kinda empty, so drag in a text 3D, type in whatever you want in there and position it in the 3D scene using the point cloud as orientation. If you want images or movies to be floating around, drag in an image plane and position the image plane wherever you want and connect the image plane also into the merge 3D. And look at that, now your 3D title is floating in air. And if you want to give that thing a sound effect, just look at this video right here to learn how to mix ambisonics completely for free in Davinci Resolve.